This video is a look back on 2020, not from the perspective of the whole crazy year, but the second season of the boat, of the Sailing Rowboat Grace. And so just looking through some maintenance, checking up on how things held up, a little bit of repairs, and also some of my favorite times out with the boat through this crazy year. Merry Christmas to y'all. I hope you're doing well. And here's to 2021. The virus is getting everybody down, and we'll just keep it simple. There's very little breeze anyway, so that's my excuse for not sailing. First time out in 2020.
We hear the sounds of red-winged blackbirds. Oh, there was a loud one.
I think what I'm going to do, take advantage of my design goal, making this guy super simple to transform from a sailboat to a row motorboat. Mast with the halyards and with the sheet undone. There's first uses of a new main cleat and new jib halyard. We'll see. Yeah, I think that halyard's better. You can see a little oscillation, but that would have required me to completely over trim it with the old halyard. Really happy with the new main cleat rig there. Yeah, I'm gonna need gloves. It'll last long in this water temp anyway. It is cold and wet. Here we go. Yeah, baby. Hang on, man. Sleeping bear dens. Might be some white caps building up in. Pretty fine sailing though. Yeah. Nice job, skipper.
We will end up in Lake Leelanau for an evening picnic.
Certainly don't need much line out. Clear water.
That's really nice.
Here's to 5 days till our 40th.
stress tests have all been when I'm solo. So there's only so much weight I can put on as a counter. Beyond halfway anyway. South bass, middle bass, north bass. Yeehaw. You can definitely see the heritage.
No, you can use that. I'm not.
This is your baby.
It's so much fun to see her again.
She's beautiful.
It looks great in the water.
This is your cousin. Actually, it's your sister.
Yep, we're getting to the end of fall and probably already been on the last sail. We'll see. Flotation floors out, did some cleanup and inspected around. Last year, the limber holes were getting clogged from yarns from some of the black padding, and I sealed the edges of those, cleaned the limber holes out, and they seem to have done much better. I'm not seeing anything too scary. So the worst two things was there was some wear where the floor contacted the hull. So I did a strip of urethane over some of those wear spots on the hull. The main thing is I'm doing a little bit of repairs on the mast. One side seemed to wear into the mast a bit, even though this PVC sleeve's pretty smooth. I'll show you. Put the mast back on its pins and jack stands. One spot here seems to have worn in a bit to the glass, so I decided to this isn't about strength, this is about a little more protection from friction and wear as it goes through the thwart there. Put some 6-ounce glass, 2 coats of epoxy, sand that down, probably, I don't know if I'll urethane the whole thing. Maybe I should. The only other thing in the mast was the block for the jib halyard was wearing on this a little bit. I think when the jib's luffing, it thrashes around a lot. What they're going to do is just put some urethane here and then wrap some small rope, some yarn, and just make some buffer there. I think this guy's showing a little bit of wear, but I think it's good for one more season. Keep an eye on it. This was a little beat up. People jumping in and out and stuff dropping on this deck. So sanded that down and re-urethaned it, and also the wear points along the underside. So that's not bad. Second season. It's my to-do list, almost done. I would like to get it off the trailer for the first time since launch. Turn it upside down and make sure there's nothing bad happening along the daggerboard trunk, anything under the bottom of the hull. This has had about a little over 24 hours, making little ball bearings there. Might need to get a bit more aggressive than this 100 paper on finish sander, because I'm getting impatient. It's pretty good on that edge. It always looks scary. You start to see the weave again, but I found urethane gets on there, it'll look pretty good. And you gotta get the amine blush off of there, or else the urethane may never cure. Water, Scotch-Brite, and towel that off. I think what I'm going to do is just this lower section. Yeah, hopefully this will go on all right. I also touched up wear and tear spots down here. not in too bad a shape. All in all, I'm pretty happy with the wear pattern so far. It came out all right. Feel good about protecting. It was really this wear point here with that extra 6 ounce. And then the last piece on this, before I put it back with the boat, I put some kind of, they'd call it chafing gear. See if we can't make something a little more nautical looking than monster tape. Touched up the oars and another load of that. And I think what I'm going to do is put a layer of that same tape on the contact points along the edge of this deck board. See if we can leave it alone for a few years. It takes a lot of wear. People step on and off the boat, bouncing around on the road with a bunch of heavy stuff on there, and like some of the trips we did. Not overly neat, but we'll see. I'm sure more knowledgeable mariners about chafing gear and so forth would do a better job, but we'll see. This is easy to try. Yeah, we'll let that go for another season or so if it holds up. All right, time to put the gear back in the boat. Yesterday, my buddies Jim and JT, who helped numerous times moving the thing during the build, as you saw in the videos if you watched them, helped me take this out, back it up to the grass, get out the trailer and roll it over. For the first time after 2 seasons of use, I wanted to see what the bottom looked like, and didn't see anything alarming. All the seals around the daggerboard trunk bottom are okay. Everything else looked good, and so pretty happy with that. Time to put the gear back on, and probably too late for another sail this year, but we will see.